Good morning. This is Vernon Hughes. I'm the chief of the Mobile Source Analysis branch here at ARB. This branch is responsible for developing EMFAC. So welcome to our EMFAC2014 webinar. So thank you again for joining us. Let's go ahead and go to the agenda. So these are the items that we plan on covering today: introduction and major model changes. We'll have Sam Pornazeri cover that. And then Kathy Jaw will be covering the project type guidance and documentation. And then we're on to some demonstration presentations. First two will be covered by Andy Alexis, the installing EMFAC and the default activity emissions mode. Followed by Nesamani Kalandier on the custom activity mode, and then Jen Dai on project level assessment, and then last our EMFAC 2014 web database, Hong Lu. So those are the topics. As we go through each of these topics, we will be where we think it's useful referencing documentation or sections, chapters in the documentation that point you to more information. We'll also be fielding questions in between the presentations. We've done a few dry runs of this. It takes about 2.5 hours. We have 3 hours until noon to complete the webinar. So it looks like around 5 minutes of questions, and we realize, we may or may not go over that time in terms of being able to field your questions. We're going to kind of be picking from the list that we receive. Now, we do have your email. We know who asked the questions. So either if we get a lot of questions in some areas, we may end up addressing that question in our frequently asked questions that we're going to be developing. Otherwise, we have the option to contact you individually as well. When you ask questions, if you could indicate the slide that may have prompted the question, that'll help us kind of focus on, maybe we can run back to that and talk to the response to your question as we go through things. And then lastly, we do plan on posting the recording of this webinar and the slides as well. So that'll give folks that weren't able to make the webinar the chance to go through both the materials and the recording, and also for you to have the materials as well. And I think that's about it for the introduction. Again, thank you for joining us. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this off to Sam Pornazeri.